Hello and welcome to Picking Principles. Today I'm going to try to figure out what's on the inside of this lock. I'm going to take it apart, grinding those things off or using the cutters or maybe a hammer and chisel. Get inside, take off these laminations, and I think all that we're going to find is a little locking bar at the back. I don't think there's going to be anything special inside. I'm not going to record the whole process, but I'll come back and take some pictures and loop them together so we can find everything out, and maybe I'll commentate on some video as we progress. Also, at someone's suggestion, I think I'm going to take off the bumps on this key right here and maybe at the back a little bit and get myself a nice little warded skeleton key for anything that has a key this size. All right, I'll be back later. As you can see, the first two came off. I decided to go with a hacksaw. Time to pry those laminations apart. All right, let's get that out of the vise. And so we'll pry that apart. Nope, that doesn't pry apart very easily. It's gonna take a little more force than that. Let me try and figure it out. Okay. All right, got the first plate off. Oh. Not much to see yet. You can see the nub on this is what allowed it to travel 90 degrees. Problem with having magnetic tools. So it gets caught on that. And that spring, is that spring to help pop the shackle? Or is it to keep the plate steady? No, there's no way the key fit through there. Oh, this has got to be there. Okay. I'll lock it up and oh, can't lock it. There we go. See if the next plate will come off. Well, there's no prying surface for this next plate. Nowhere to grab. Time to figure that one out now. A couple hits here. filed these nubs down a little bit. You can see that the laminations are starting to come apart now a little easier. And haven't filed the tips of these down enough yet, I don't think, to make it easy to come off, but they certainly pry off pretty easy. I haven't been able to slide one off yet just by my fingers, but like I said, if I were to file them down a little more, I probably would be able to. Starting to get interference from that shackle now. And that one's off. Just a little bit more work and I'll have the whole thing apart. I just removed the 5th plate and you can see now that there's some restriction happening. So this plate here, the 6th plate from the bottom, is responsible for some of the warding that the key needed to get around. Once I have these all apart, I'm gonna piece them together again without these pegs, and we'll be able to see exactly what's going on. I haven't filed the key down yet either, so that's good. Be back. All right, this is as far as I can get without getting really destructive, because at this point, this plate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 8th plate from the bottom has a cutout that is smaller than a little ridge on the edge of the shackle, so I'm not gonna be able to slide that one off. The locking mechanism is still not really clear to me. That item in the bottom, the shiny silver thing, might be what's responsible. I'm just gonna push it aside. I mean, at this point, how do you even know if the lock's opened or not, right? So go. Okay, well, it's separated there. It's just all my stuff's at such an angle that I can't actually swing the shackle. See, it's hitting a post. I can't push that post down. It is out, and I can swing it side to side a little bit, but these posts that are holding the laminations together are blocking the way. I mean, I could throw my wrench on it and force twist it, but so there's a little sliding piece down in there, and that's the part that just grabs onto that hook. So it's time for me to get really destructive. I'm just gonna cut these posts and maybe slide stuff up this way. I don't know. I'll figure something out and get all these apart. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, as you can see down here, I pulled out 3 of the 4 pins. So I can now like rotate each layer off. Of the previous layer in order to access, well, maybe I can't. In order to access that locking mechanism. Okay, there it is. Sandwiched between the final layer And the second to final is this little spring-loaded mechanism. And once that's pushed aside, looks like the spring's been bent, probably from me shoving everything in there and pushing it aside. But anyway, once this thing gets pushed aside, then that releases from this and allows it to come up. All right, I'm gonna pull that at this point now, get all these different laminations off. Can probably just slide them off of this one by one, right around. Not with that nail in there still, I can't. And we'll reassemble the whole thing kind of without these posts and just take a look real quick. Okay, I've pulled the pins. So I should be able to hopefully slide these off now. If they can make the corner, they can. All right, obviously nothing to hold it in place now. But there it is. And what I didn't know, and maybe you didn't either, is that the individual layers of the lamination are what provide the resistance for this key, which can now turn. But if I don't insert it all the way, it gets stuck on. See, it won't turn there. In fact, you can see which laminate piece of steel is the one that's getting caught on it. Going a little further, catches another one, and so on and so forth until I'm all the way in, poking at the back. I don't have the little locking mechanism in there right now. But I think I understand how the whole thing works. So, really, these are just key control, with that piece right there kind of being the crucial piece. That's the piece that decides whether it'll move or not. And there's another one. So two, I guess, kind of key pieces. This is almost a spacer. It's got nothing going on. Very interesting. Yep, all these other layers don't really do anything, you know, just hold the shackle in place and make sure that only the proper key gets by on those two layers. Very cool. All right, I can't wait to piece all that together and post that. Well, oh yeah, right, I've still got to file that down to make myself a master key. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of disassembling a laminated padlock and trying to figure out the insides and how it works. If you have any questions, I'm gonna leave it like this for a little while. In case there's something you wanna see, I can snap some photos or put them in. But anyway, hit like and subscribe if you like what's going on here. And as always, I welcome and appreciate any comments or suggestions or explanations in the comment section below. Thanks everybody, have a great day.